Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Shanghai and back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight we're going to be listening to Birth of a New Age by Jeangu Macrooy. He's representing Netherlands in Eurovision 2021. I'm going to listen, react and see how this could do in the Eurovision final. So let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip to a particular part of the video. So, Netherlands in Eurovision. Netherlands are one of the big comeback kids in Eurovision. Between 2005 and 2012, they had 8 non-qualifications in a row. It's funny that I've just done a video where Greece had 8 top 10 finishes roughly in the same time period. Netherlands in the meantime were having 8 non-qualifications. They really did used to like hyper suck in Eurovision. And then something happened in 2013. Somehow they managed to get a nuke. I don't know how they managed to pull those strings. I even actually had heard of a nuke before she went. I think that's how kind of like big she was in the Netherlands, that she kind of crossed borders. And since then, Netherlands have been pretty good quality. They've had 6 out of 7 qualifications, and of those 6 qualifications, 5 of them have been in the top 11, which is very, very, very impressive, including a 2nd place with the Commonwealth in 2014, and of course Duncan Lawrence winning in 2019 with a really spectacular song, which was my #1 that year. So something happened in 2013. I don't know what it is. Actually, some of the Dutch people here can probably tell me. Whatever they did, I think a lot of countries want in on their secret recipe, because really they've had such a fantastic turnaround, and really it's come to the point now where I expect quality every single year from Netherlands. I have to admit, those 8 years where they didn't qualify, I don't think they're particularly hard done by. I don't think there were any particular gems there that really missed out. You know, there's the odd okay song, but generally I think those non-qualifications were pretty fair, and I think all of their top 11 finishes since then have been fair as well. I was really disappointed. Obviously last year everyone was pretty gutted that the competition couldn't happen. I was really looking forward to going to the Netherlands. I'd been there when I was a teenager, but I wanted to go back again as as an adult, and I knew that they were going to throw such a fantastic competition. A little bit heart-wrenching that in the end I'm not able to go. I actually booked tickets. My tickets carried over from last year, but in the end they've cancelled the standing, which is where my ticket was, and in the end I've just decided to not go, which is really sad, but yeah, it kind of extenuating circumstances. At least the competition is actually happening. I do really feel for Netherlands that they don't get to host a proper competition. They had waited so freaking long. 1975, that is 34 years. No, that's not. That's 40. That's 45 years. Ouch, that is so painful. My God, 45-year wait, and then to have it scuffed is just absolutely heart-wrenching. In any case, Jeangu Macrooy was going to represent them last year. His song was called Grow. Gotta be honest, I even forgot the title of the song. His style of music is quite soul. It's just not my genre music. I thought the song was really good quality. I think it was evidently of a good quality and standard, but it's just not the type of music that resonates with me. Having said that, I was rooting for him. I was very much hoping that other people would vibe with the song and it was going to do well. I got the impression it was probably going to finish around the 15 mark, maybe a little bit better if he'd had really touching staging. But yeah, I didn't download it. I'd forgotten the name of the song, I gotta be honest. I don't think I'll forget the name of this song. Birth of a New Age is a very striking title. And I see here as well, it's not just in English, it's also in Sranan Tongo, which I do believe is a language from Suriname. Yeah, so look, I'm really rooting for him. It's interesting right now that there's so much controversy going on with Lil Nas X in the States. He just went to #1 in the Billboard charts with his very controversial song. I don't think it would be a controversial song if he wasn't black or if he wasn't gay. But we have Jeangu Macrooy as well, who's representing both of those minorities together, as well as also representing immigrants in Europe. So for me, his presence in the competition is really important, vital, and I love that the kids are going to see that there is this gay black immigrant man who's representing the Netherlands. I think that's really fantastic, and I love that representation. So I'm going to be rooting for him pretty much regardless. I would like to like the song, but again, soul music is not really my thing. I would be pleasantly surprised if I did, but let's wait and see. Birth of a New Age, Wanna Know My Secret Bang. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. I really am rooting for him. I would love him to have something great and do well. Ooh, that's a very unusual beginning. Wow, his voice sounds really familiar in this. This is more upbeat than I was expecting. I really like his clothes as well. I'm really caught off guard. I was expecting something slower ballady like last year. Ooh. Nice visuals as well. Gosh, this is very striking in its kind of unusualness. Oh, I like this. This feels a little bit more accessible soul to me. I think these could have some really stunning staging. I'm surprised. I was expecting something much worse based on how this is doing, Reese, but God, the visuals are really gorgeous. They feel really cultural and like they got a lot of depth to them. I think this is very accessible. I think this will do very well with juries as well. I think that might be his brother, twin brother. I would like it to mix up a little bit now. I do feel like we're 2 minutes in. It'll mix up now. Yeah, nice. Just on time. Gosh, I love these ethnic sounds. Really nice. I think this is really going to stand out. Some electronic elements coming in now. I feel like I need to make that a little bit volume pumped up on that. This has just got, it's got a lot of spirit in it. Like, I got a lot of like African sounding sounds as well. Yeah, I think this is great. Maybe losing a tiny bit of pace towards the end, but gosh, I really enjoyed that. I'm really surprised. Okay, I'll explain why I'm so surprised. Because as I've been doing these videos, and obviously all the songs have been released, and I've been checking the odds at the end of, I check the odds at the end of every video. So like, I have noticed that this is very, very low in the odds. And on top of the fact that generally the songs that are automatically in the final tend to have a little bit of a bump up. They tend to be a little bit higher because they have that automatic, they'll be top 26. So I'm a little bit surprised because going into that thinking that it would be quite bad, but I thought that was really charming. It had so much, it had so many fresh, beautiful, like tropical, ethnic, cultural sounds, and it just sounded like totally different from everything else that we have this year. I like that it was upbeat because I was expecting something kind of like more really serious, severe, soulful. And I do think that was soulful, but I felt like it was maybe a little bit more digestible to someone who isn't a person who enjoys soul music. So yeah, I'm quite surprised. I'm wondering what is not resonating with people. I do see how it loses a little bit of steam, maybe a little bit of excitement, but at the same time, the song does seem to come from like a quite serious place and standpoint, so I don't think that this is going to be like Greece's Stefania, which I really, really like, which is what I reviewed yesterday. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to see what the comments are, because I wonder if it's not so much that people don't like this, that there's lots of other songs I like more, or this is just like very much in people's middle rankings or something. But on the same note, I don't know if I am going to download this. I feel way more inclined to download this than I did last year. I think this has definitely got more possibility that it's something that I'll listen to. So I feel maybe a little bit hypocritical when I'm like, oh, why don't people like this, but I don't want to download. But I'm not really into soul music, so for me that's more the reason why. And I think there are enough people who are into soul music that this will have them fans. Maybe it is literally just that juxtaposition of the fact that Eurovision fans don't tend to be soul fans, so this will do better with the people at home in the actual Eurovision final, but Eurovision community are maybe not going to warm to it as much. You look at something like the Common Linnets, which actually was around 20th or 25th in the odds before Eurovision, and then it comes second, and everyone was converted after that. That was like a country music song. So these transformations can happen. I'm going to go in for a second listen and just see if I need to recalibrate my opinion of it. Second listen starting now. His voice at the start there sounds so familiar. It's driving me crazy. I think this sounds very accessible, and I think this is going to do very well with the jury, especially if it has quite like sophisticated adult staging. Sounds a little bit like you're saying broccoli, but that's just because I don't know Sravan Tonga. The imagery in this is really stunning. Those women standing on the balcony in those fantastic costumes. And the photography in this, the camera angles are stunning. These individual tableaus together are really gorgeous. Very artistic. I feel like that's his brother. I don't know. I don't feel bored by this. I feel like it's got enough steam. I don't get it. I love this bridge. I feel like this bridge gives it the life that maybe it's, or energy it's lacking a little bit after 2 minutes. Wow. Gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm baffled. I'm really totally baffled. I think that is a really sophisticated, beautiful, interesting. I think that's the number one word for me. That is there's so many interesting visual and cultural elements in that make me want to go to Suriname and make me want to know his story and know more about it. It's really beautiful, vibrant colors, and like the cinematography looks really expensive and well done. Yeah, I just don't get it. I want to make sure that I am right, that like maybe it is higher in the odds than I thought or something, but no, it's 29th. Yeah, 29th for an automatic. There's only 2 places above Germany. I'm sorry, but like, I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. I don't know if maybe people are just sleeping on this right now or what, but gosh, I think that's a very sophisticated entry. I would be very, very proud if that was my entry from my country. Let's have a look at the community, what the community think. He is, wow, 34th with the community. Below Germany, I don't know. I'm below Spain. Below Spain, I don't know. I just find that a little bit, I don't know. I just find that a little bit insulting. I just don't think that this and Spain should even be in the same league. But yeah, look, I have to admit, I probably will download that. Yeah, I think I would download it. I think it's got a really chill, nice vibe. Look, I'm not going to listen the crap out of it like I have Last Dance, which I've had pretty much on repeat since I saw it yesterday. Look, I'm calling it now. I think people are sleeping on this. I think that is such an interesting package. There is absolutely nothing like it. And for me, this is the type of song I love to have when, look, every year we have our like 10, 15, 20 songs that we love. But for me, I love when the songs I don't love, I still think are great. You know, like AWS, when they represented Hungary. I didn't download that song, but I thought it was brilliant. And I love that they were in the final because I could tell this is really high quality in its genre. So although I didn't personally like the song, I felt, oh, this adds so much interestingness and variety to the competition. So for example, Lake Malawi, Czech Republic in 2019, I didn't download that. Loved in the competition. Australia, Kate Miller-Heidke, the same. Katarina Duska. You know, for me, these are the high quality years when even the stuff that you don't like, you still think, I get why people like that. And this is really that for me. This is not my type of music. I still am probably going to download because I think it's a really interesting song. But I love this in the competition. I love the representation for all the minorities that I mentioned earlier. I love all the new ethnic sounds and the variety it adds. This is very different. It's really going to stand out. There's nothing that sounds even remotely close to this. You could argue that maybe a tiny bit of Adrenalina has those Eritrean instruments which have that slight ethnic sound, but really they're kind of like a footnote at the end of the song. Whereas in this song, it's like the embodiment of it. So I really, really love this in the competition. I hope that the odds on the community are wrong on this and it is going to do a little bit better, because I like that there's a bit of a risk and there's a huge amount of his personality in this, his cultural identity as well. I think it's really fantastic. For the staging, I think it's going to be quite difficult. I'm definitely hoping that they bring the colors, but they need to keep this really sophisticated and polished like they have in the music video. The music video looks really expensive. They've got to keep that real like deluxe luxury feel to it, because I really think that sells as this kind of like really polished project. I'm rooting for this. I really hope that he does well. So that's what I think about Birth of a New Age by Jeangu Macrooy. Please let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. Do you have any idea why this is doing so bad? Is it that I'm totally insane and actually it's really boring or something? I don't know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye.